Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the vlog Car Connections. Just want to create a quick update. It's been, I don't know, a couple of weeks since I posted anything, but nothing's going on. Just chilling at the house, thinking about what other car I might purchase. One car I've been looking at, which if you guys remember, I sold a Mini electric, and I sold it only for one reason: is the car pulled really, really good. I made really, really good cash on that car. And I found another one available now that potentially I could buy even cheaper than the one I originally purchased, with a lot more options, and get to enjoy it. That way this car kind of gets, stays where it's at, and I get to drive the Mini around and protect the car. But that's it, guys. Not much for the channel. I just put up the hood. Guys can hear something popping in the back a little bit. I took her for a quick little spirited driving. Nothing too crazy. Just stuff that the car is designed to do, and she's crackling and popping just from the heat of the car. As this cools down, these performance cars tend to do some noises. Nothing new, guys, for the channel. Engine looks great. Just admiring the engineering and the effort on Ford's side to make this car. It's pretty breathtaking what Ford did here. It's an extremely fast car. It's the fastest car I've probably ever owned and driven. But really enjoying the GT500. So far, I put probably around 1,500 miles. When I first purchased the car, it had around 1,300 miles on it. I think I'm closer to 3,200 miles on it. So I am driving her. Again, I go to the office a couple of days out of the week, and I do drive her. I do actually drive her to work. And I don't have any other option today to drive anything different. No issues. No noises, nothing, no issues. What I did experience recently, which was not surprising, I did go to my local Ford dealership to actually go get an oil change and have those guys do it. And I ran into a small problem. When I arrived at the dealership, they said they had the oil for the car, but that they didn't have any filters. So that was kind of weird. I don't know if it has to do with market conditions right now. A lot of things are, short, right, in supplies. And so this being even, something even more rare, I don't know. I just thought that the GT500 would have a similar filter to that of maybe the GT350. But again, they're different engines. Maybe I'm talking out of whack. For you guys for you guys that know this car very well, where do you guys recommend for me to buy the filter? I was thinking about just going to the Ford dealership with the filter and then have the guys change the oil on the car and just pay for the oil change and not the filter. But I don't know. Comment down below where you guys would recommend to find them, and comment down below if maybe it's just our local area here in Houston, and maybe just that unique dealership that's experiencing these type of issues. But again, no filters, guys. No filters for these cars. So probably what I need to do is I did schedule the car online, and when I showed up, that's how I found out. Is they were like, we have the oil, sir, but we don't have any filters, and we're completely backed out, right? And so I'm thinking about just ordering one, or calling the Ford dealership, and just say, hey, I want to schedule my oil change. I know there's a shortage on these filters. Could you guys just go ahead and order one and just let me know when it's ready so I can go ahead and take it in for an oil change? That way everything lines up. Or option B, as I mentioned, is me just buying the filter myself and then just taking it to the Ford dealership so they can change the oil. I looked online and I found some. The problem is I really want to get something that's OEM and stock. I'm just very concerned a lot of times with some of the parts they sell online that are not OEM, or nothing against China, but some of these parts from China are in really bad shape, and you really don't want to be putting those things in your car. They might look identical to the parts OEM, and so it's concerning there. So sometimes I prefer to buy straight from a Ford dealership if they have them, maybe from a different state, and just have them ship it over here to Texas. But nothing going on, guys. That's just been the car's been parked. Again, I've been driving her, no issues, really enjoying her. I've taken her to a couple of car shows. And not really nothing to update, but it's just been a while since I posted something, so I wanted to keep you guys, kind of in a pulse on what's going on. And the struggle for me is just on oil. These are third world country issues, right? I'm struggling to get an oil filter for the GT500. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the content, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. But there's nothing else going on. If anything changes, again, I'm thinking about maybe getting another Mini and using that as potentially the driver and letting this thing sit. These cars have gone down a little bit in value. All cars have actually gone down in value lately, in case you haven't figured it out. And this car has gone down a little bit in value, but you know what? This car is so rare that it's still holding its value. It's a 2020. And these things are pushing roughly right around 105, give or take, in the market. So they're still holding strong. The original MSRP on this car was 105. And so for it to be 105 after, almost 2.5 years, that lets me know that these cars are holding their value. So cars are going down in general, for sure. But I think specialty cars like these will go down, but not as much as your traditional, cookie cutter cars that everybody drives. I think these cars, again, will continue to hold their value. And so if I decide to, sell it later or just enjoy it for another, 6 months, who knows what happens with me knowing the way I am with cars, get to enjoy these cars for free and maybe get to tell a story to the grandkids one day that, one time, back in the days, I owned a GT500 golden ticket and tell the stories that I also owned the Hellcats. And we also owned a, Durango Hellcat. I think these are good grandkid stories that might be unbelievable unless I vlog them like I do. So there's some credibility. All right, I'm just yapping and rambling now, guys. Again, always appreciate the support, guys. Peace.